You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt? Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my 2 books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
I used to work almost 14 hours a day. Every day he was sending me money for lunch.
Every day is when you go to work?
Exactly. Every day when I go to work.
But did you not feel creepy? Wait, of course he was giving you money all the time. But did you knew that he could actually afford you to such extent?
I never really let my mom see that I was dating someone who was giving me money, whatever. Fortunately, I was like, okay, fine. I don't feel like it's gonna work for me in the office because I see there's money, like a lot of money, and it's not mine.
Did you feel like you were gonna end up stealing it?
I did a little bit.
Watch Slay Queen only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. A key location in the history of the transatlantic slave trade and the story of our foundational Black American ancestors. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. We'll visit historic sites like Elmina Castle and Cape Coast, where you'll see with your own eyes what our ancestors endured. You'll also experience modern Ghana, the culture, the people, the food, and the history they carry, giving you a broader understanding of how our story intersects with theirs. If you've ever wanted to deepen your understanding of our history, this is your opportunity. There are 25 spots available, and once those spots are gone, that's it. So don't wait. Secure your spot today by paying a deposit and be part of this unforgettable journey. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
What if I told you there's a news platform made just for us? Unfiltered, unapologetic, telling our stories from Africa and the diaspora. African Diaspora News Channel app keeps you informed and empowered from wherever you are at any time. Don't just watch, join the movement. Download the app now and stay connected to the news that matters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank y'all for joining us on the stream. It is greatly appreciated. It is June the 30th and the last day of the month, the final day of June. And before we get into anything else, speaking about the final day of June, where are we at here? Boom. Take advantage of the last day of the Emancipation sale. It is the last and final day. It will end at midnight, July 1, where you get 19% off of the annual subscription. No more sales will be happening the rest of the year. So take advantage right now, tonight on this stream. Take advantage, get your 19% off. Definitely as of January 1, we will go up on price a little bit. And because we should have been did that, but we held off for a year. So take advantage, ladies and gentlemen, 19% off. When you go select annual only, in the promo code, put freedom, and you get your 19% off. But thank you for all of you who have took advantage of this promo, and we greatly appreciate it. So, I was out of town. I didn't do the stream on Thursday. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I just came back yesterday, actually. I was with my little girl. She had a National Beta Society competition. And, I'm very proud of my little girl to even go all the way up to nationals on her first time, because she had placed, number 2 in the state of Texas. That's how she ended up going to nationals. And, she didn't do the place that she did, in nationals, but I was very proud because that's our first time. That's kind of like on your rookie season going to the playoffs, right? Well, if in your rookie season you go to the playoffs, well, then you're going to win a championship eventually. So like I told her, I said, you go back and you come back next year, now I said, work with your mom and everything on this. I said, shoot, you're gonna be ready. You're gonna be ready. So she wasn't mad about nothing. She was like, cool, because Saturday, and we end up going to Universals, and everything with her, and great time with my little girl, and she really growing up. I was just paying attention. She's very smart too. I would say, some instances she's smarter than me, because some instances I was just kind of talking to her about even certain things with the platform, and she's like, huh? I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing it. I would say this. I would say that. And I'd be looking at her and I said, she's just 10. I said, man, I like this. This is good. She definitely got a good head on her shoulders, and I like that. So I was doing MIA, on the platform. That's what it is. So when I'm MIA, then I have to come back, and I have a lot of work. Now, some people was asking, I saw with the AI chat agent, Jelani, on the app and the website. Some people was asking, where's the Ethiopia footage? That's being worked on right now. I had to do some reshuffling here within the platform of the company, and now I have some things just right. So that's being worked on as we speak. So all of it will be going to the app. We'll probably do one video or so for the YouTube platform, but every video that we did all those days will be on the app. So give it a few days, you'll start seeing them come up, because the two brothers, I have Brother Stanley and Brother Jason, they are working together on getting everything out as it should come out. That's that. You said it's in the genes. Yeah, hey, man, she, and like I said, my wife's smart too, so she got it from both sides, right? Because I would never marry or get involved with no woman that ain't got a head on her shoulders. I don't care. I would never do it. I don't see how a guy get with a woman that's dumber than a box of rocks. Some guys like women like that. I never have, right? Because sometimes I may not have an answer, so I look to her like, hey, what do you think about this? And sometimes it may give me a great idea. You don't want a woman like, I don't know. What do you think? Like, some fellas like that, and that's fine, but I never like that whatsoever. Okay, yeah, and with this particular channel, some changes is definitely coming with this particular channel. we had our talks or whatever. But, so y'all probably start, you're definitely going to see me, definitely here at least 7 days a week. That's definitely now the plan, 7 days a week. Definitely live streams and also me making, content, short form content. So 7 days a week now for me here, even though I'm still going to do live streams on Friday on the app, still it's going to be 7 days a week, me here, just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to be doing regular news reporting, and that's fine. So 7 days a week I will be here. No different than when I do the Emancipation media and how I do those kind of reports, or what's the other one, the Phillip Scott show. I do that style. Then the podcast, that's always what that is at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. AfroWire, AI at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Speaking about AI, before I get into this, I've been getting sent a lot of things about AI. And let me show you something real quick. I got LaSherica. She's gonna do I hadn't heard the video. It's a doozy. But I've been hearing a lot of black people kind of crying a little bit. And when I say crying, I mean, hold on, because I got it on my phone. They've been kind of saying, we're noticing all these videos coming out that's kind of stereotyping us, and it's kind of like a digital blackface, in which it is. It's a minstrel show. I'm with you. I'm with you 2,000% on that. But how I am, I guess I'm a person that believe in fighting fire with fire, and I don't cry. I just believe in, all they have is stereotypes and minstrel show stuff. We have the truth, right? Let me show you just quickly how you can use AI to tell the truth. Just give me a second. Hold on, let me download this to my computer. Because something I posted over the weekend is right here. Did I download it? I think I did. No, yeah, okay. So the same programming that they are using, we can use. So let me put this up. Got it right here.
Put drugs in the black neighborhoods, let them sell them, then lock them up for years. We make money on both ends. Slavery all over again.
Okay, so you probably didn't hear. I'm gonna start over from the beginning. So basically, what I wanted this to do was show politicians just doing what we know them do, right? And what they really say behind the scenes. So let's go ahead on and play that. It is a short video, right? Just listen.
Put drugs in the black neighborhoods, let them sell them, then lock them up for years. We make money on both ends. Slavery all over again.
Okay, well, that's AI, right? That's AI. So you can either cry or you can just tell the truth. So AI is a great tool for black people too. See, they use the tool to do the stupid things they've been doing. Memes, stereotypes. Okay, we use it as a tool of truth. We create AI avatars. We can take the same programming they doing and tell on them and show they stuff with AI too. We need to stop crying about what they're doing. I hate that. Don't come crying. Oh, they doing this. Oh, look what the race is doing. I know that's them. It probably is. I know when it's them because when they do something, it's exaggerated. It's not even like we do stuff on a comedy level and tease ourselves, but we know we go so far with it, right? Them, they take it too far with the stereotypes, so they kind of give it away. They're doing it, but that's okay. That's okay. Listen, even our quote unquote stereotypes are better than them. They can't even do a stereotype on their own community because that's how bland and it's just nothing. So they have to do something on us, right? So stop crying, learn the tech, or you get left behind. I've seen people crying about that. They're going to replace influencers. They're not going to replace me. AI can't do what I do. But either you learn AI or get left behind. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose a whole lot of things if you don't learn. So learn. Now, With that being said, you say Trump going on them reservations, he got them pretendians losing their minds. Oh, okay. I don't know what that's about. You say Trump stopping them remittances going abroad. Oh, Trump been talking about that for a hot minute. And yeah, we need to get to the topic. I know some people, he didn't get to the topic. It's a live stream. If I never get to the topic, it is what it is. The purpose of a live stream is I can go any direction, right? But we'll get to the topic. So calm your nerves. Got people always making them comments. He ain't talking about the topic. Trump been talking about that on his first term. Yeah, he was noticing the billions of dollars these immigrants sent out of this country. So yeah, yeah. I gotta look more into that. All right. Let me go ahead on. Oh, Ghana trip. Sign up, ladies and gentlemen. Come with us in November. If you want more trips, come to this one. If you don't do the trips, well, then I'll say, okay, they don't want to do the trips, then we just move on and just do other things, right? But let's go ahead and get started about what we need to do. All right. Yes, that's right, Keisha. Keisha say this is my stream. This is not my podcast, but this is the ADNC stream, okay? And yes, we're going to do what we want to do. So LaSherica going to be cooking about AI since LaSherica is AI herself, right? So, yeah, that video is going to be good. So make sure when that come out, I'll definitely let y'all know. All right. So we know about this mass deportation. And, at first, a lot of Latinos were saying we were next. And then now there's a video I saw of a black immigrant. OK, and, you see the title and he says that we're the Cubans of the black community. Now, let's play the video and let's go ahead and talk about this. Right. Let's talk about it. Let me get to this video. It's right here.
Y'all know how Cubans think they're exceptional? White people won't look at them like they look at all the other Latinos, and they think they have this privilege that the rest of them don't have. I feel like foundational black Americans are the Cubans of the black community. I was reading this post about how Haitians are now being deported and how they're going to be targeted. And I'm looking at the comments and I see foundational black Americans, people who are claiming they're foundational black Americans, that they're good. They have nothing to worry about. And I just think you are such a dumb, because you look just like me. I'm not Haitian, by the way, but you just like me. You look like the Haitian that's going to get deported. We look alike. You think these white people are going to look at you and be like, oh, he's not Haitian. He's a foundational black American. No! They're going to see your black ass and take your ass to a prison and then deport your dumb ass.
All right. Well, he got in his feelings. Well, clearly he is an FBA, right? Right? Well, let's go ahead on and start this over again. Let's start it over again.
Y'all know how Cubans think they're exceptional? White people won't look at them like they look at all the other Latinos, and they think they have this privilege.
Well, let me say that you're conflating two issues, sir. Latinos and what Cubans do within their particular group has nothing to do with us. You really comparing, apples to oranges, right? But if you want to go there about the Cubans, yes, the Cubans that were let in here, let me say that much, are the white Cubans, okay? And from what a lot of reports from FBAs, that they are very anti-black. There's plenty of black Cubans in Cuba that they don't let over here. You may have a few black Cubans here and there. Matter of fact, I know a black Cuban, that was used to work with my wife and everything. She was a black Cuban, and her man was a black Cuban, and all of that. But outside of her, I think she's probably one of the first black Cubans I've personally talked to. Any other Cuban I've ever seen has been the white ones, right? So they don't let too many black Cubans over here. This first and foremost. But that's their issue and problem. We're not saying that we're just exceptional. Oh man, we just a holy grail. No, what we're saying is this, sir. This is not our issue because we can't be deported. Okay? We built this country from scratch. We have a whole 14th Amendment that was put there to make us citizens. Because listen, if they didn't want to make us citizens, they didn't have to. Just go back to that. We had no rights in this country. The Dred Scott decision was before that. So they could have sent us all back to Africa if they wanted to, actually. They could say, you know what, get your behind back to Africa. We want, or wherever they want to send us. If they didn't want to send us to Africa, they could have sent us whatever. But clearly they say, no, we need them here. Well, they felt that way because they were lazy. That's the bottom line. They were lazy. So we need them here. So they went on ahead and created the 14th Amendment to make sure that we are citizens of the United States. Now, why did they do that? Let's just be real. If you got a group of people, a couple of million people walking around who's not belonging to the system, then they create another system. When they create another system, that's a lot of people being on code that y'all about to go to war for something eventually. It's going to happen. So they say, you know what, tonight we already had enough of this civil war. We had enough of all that. We are broken. We are down. We need them FBAs to help us rebuild America after this civil war and these industries. We still need low-skilled labor because we know we're not going to pay the whites that. We're not going to pay the whites, so we're going to pay the black people, okay? So let's go on and make them citizens. Once again, they chose to do that. We had no rights, okay? But they did it for their benefit. They didn't do it for ours, sir. Okay, you got to know American history. The problem with a lot of you immigrants, no matter where you come from, is that you don't want to read a book. Or you don't even want to ask AI. You could ask Alexa. You can ask ChatGPT, Claude, whatever one you want to use. You don't even have to pick up a book. Just ask the AI, okay? So if you're not even asking AI to give you a history lesson, you're being ignorant by choice. But unfortunately, the average reading level of most Americans, even those who are grown, is 6th grade. That's the problem in this country. But let's go on and continue.
That the rest of them don't have. I feel like foundational Black Americans are the Cubans of the Black community. I was reading this post about how Haitians are now being deported and how they're going to be targeted. And I'm looking at the comments and I see foundational Black Americans, people who are claiming they're foundational Black Americans, that they're good. There's nothing, they have nothing to worry about. And I just think, like, you are such a dumb, because you look just like me. I'm not Haitian, by the way, but you just like me. You look like the Haitian that's gonna get deported. We look alike.
Okay. You said feel. Feel is just feelings. There's no bearing in fact, so that doesn't really matter what you feel about Black FBAs and Cubans. But speaking of Haitians, let's talk about that. So I was in the airport Sunday, and I had an FBA couple came up to me and said, hey, bro, the way they did that in the Orlando airport, they make you go, the Southwest line, make you go way to the end. It was a long gang of line. It looked like the food stamp line, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. FBA couple said, hey, bro, if you don't want to stand in this line, hey, you know, y'all can go outside with the sky cap. Just give them a little money, you know, whatever. And I'm like, oh, cool. Then I had a Haitian brother come up to me. He said, hey, I'm the sky cap. He said, hey, you know, I can get you. You know, he had the Southwest, you know, uniform and all that on. I said, man, bet. He came right to me, the Haitian brother. And, hey, I went on here. He took my bags, checked my ID. I gave the brother about $20. And I said, man, it was good to meet one of you great Haitian brothers, man. I appreciate you. I like that. So FBAs ain't got nothing against Haitians. We ain't got nothing against Jamaicans. We ain't got nothing against nobody in the diaspora. We never have. What we're saying is this. Mass deportations really don't affect us like that. Now, you're saying we look alike. In a lot of instances, we don't. If you really look at Black people, we do look different in a lot of instances. You know, it could be certain features, certain skin tones aren't the same, certain phenotype, certain hairlines aren't the same, certain hair texture isn't the same, Prime example. I was in South Africa, and I had a sister over there. I went to because I wanted to try the McDonald's over there because I never really go to McDonald's, but I wanted to try theirs. Because usually, from what I heard in different countries, they have different menu items. So I wanted to go over there, in which they did have different menu items than what they had here in the United States. And so the sister from back there, she said that she'll wonder and say, I wonder if you were colored. And I say, huh? And he said, yeah, because your hair is so wavy, just like theirs are. But I'm seeing how dark you are, and that's what kind of just, I didn't know what you were, where you from. And I just didn't get it about your hair. And I told her at the time, I said, nah, I'm from the United States. I'm from America. I said, oh, that's it. I just could not tell you were standing there. And then she went into the good hair conversation, right? She's like, oh, so you got that real good hair. And I said, no, I don't have good hair. I just have hair. I said, you have good hair too. No, not this hair. Like, no, we all have good hair. No, there's no such thing as good hair or bad hair. I don't believe in that crap. That's our perception anyway, right? We talking, we just laughing, whatever, right? I can tell you from the African continent too, we all don't look the same. Now, to somebody who don't have the untrained eye, all black people look the same. No, we don't. The FBA has a distinctive look. I will say a lot of Africans have a distinct look, distinct colors from what I see, the colors that we don't even have. I've seen certain colors on other African brothers and sisters that I've never seen here. And some of them colors is like, wow, look at, it's like just the tone of it. Certain reds in their skin, if they're dark, I've never seen here. And that's okay. That's okay to be different. There's no problem. Now, if you really want to get down to it, the only ones I'm going to say that kind of can resemble here and there, I'm going to admit at least what I've seen, probably some Caribbeans, and yes, Haitians are Caribbean. I get that, but they also Latino as well. But y'all, every culture moves different too. Most people can tell the difference with FBA versus a Caribbean versus an African with time. We don't speak the same way. We have different cultures. People can tell, okay? But to say that, they're going to grab up FBAs and deport them back to Haiti, let's go there. Let's say that FBAs now all of a sudden got to start worrying about ICE thinking we're Haitian. And this to all immigrants that have been telling FBAs you're next, okay? How does that stop you from being deported, though? Have you thought about that? If FBAs is next, right, in the grand scheme of things in your mind, how did that stop you from getting deported if we're next? Or now we getting picked up with the Haitians. How does that stop any of you from being deported? What is your purpose of telling us we're going to be deported if it wouldn't even affect your deportation? I can understand if we get deported and you were staying, that's different. But that wouldn't stop you from being deported. So why are you telling us anything? If it's not going to benefit you any. It doesn't make sense. Y'all gonna be next. You gonna be deported. But that's not stopping you from getting deported, even if they could do it. Instead of you sitting up there and formulating a strategy to maybe see how you can duck Trump and them for about a good 4 years, you sitting on the internet talking, giving all your IP address and posting all on these websites about your immigration status, talking to FBAs. Y'all got to come out and protest, and you all illegal. You think if I was illegal and Trump is looking for me, you would think I'd be on here talking? That'd be the last thing I'd be doing is talking and give up my location. You wouldn't find me nowhere. Because listen, I just think about variables. This country's way too big to get everybody. You gonna get some, but you ain't. Man, y'all talk too much. Worrying about the FBAs, and we can't save you anyway. What are we gonna do to stop the federal government? What are we gonna do? What would you have us do? That's what I'm asking you. And why should we do it for free? Why? I'm just asking you a question. Why should we do it for free? Why should we take the rubber bullets? Why should we get beat with nightsticks? Why should we get hit with tear gas? Why should we get jailed? Why should we be blamed for all the looting, even if we had nothing to do with it and it was white people even doing it, Latinos doing it, Asians doing it, yet we did it, right? So we propagandized again globally that we're just committing all the crimes. Why should we go through all of that for nothing, for free, for the likes of you? Have y'all really sat down and thought about that question? Why should we go through all of that? They have shot black people, rubber bullets in the eye and put our eye out. They do all kind of heinous things to black people, even with rubber bullets. That one sister they shot point blank with a doggone rubber bullet. They've done horrible things to black people at these protests. Why should we go out and go through all of that for free, for nothing, for the likes of you? What do we get out of it? Because it seemed like that's an uneven exchange. You get to stay. You don't get propagandized. You don't get shot with rubber bullets. You don't get beat up with sticks. You don't get tear gas. You don't get jailed. You don't get propagandized. You don't get anything. But we get it. I think that's some of the most low down crap that you immigrants out here is presenting. How dare you want my people to go out here and be harmed, abused, and killed for you? And yet you're not doing that for us. Only thing we ask you to do is, hey, just be supportive of us with cash payment reparations. Just be supportive. We didn't actually go out there and protest, fight, get shot with rubber bullets, get beat up. We didn't actually do nothing. We say, just be supportive of cash payment reparations. Now, let's go to California, Latinos and Asians. Let's talk about you. You had the opportunity for FBA to come help you. When they had the California Reparations Commission, it was you Latinos and Asians that was totally against reparations in California. Now you need FBAs. See, maybe if you would have helped, if you would have been just lending your votes and lending your voice to assist FBAs, right now FBAs all over the country would be assisting you, because that's the way we work. See, we unified here. So if we notice that FBAs have been helped in California, now you got the whole FBA on your side. But you chose to be against FBA because you couldn't get it, even though you get everything else, but you couldn't get that. So you say to hell with FBAs. No, they shouldn't get it. Why should they get it? I should get it. Well, now you're getting it from ICE. You see how that works? Some of these groups got more numbers than we have. But yet you on here talking about asking FBA, can we come out? Our silence is complete. No. Where's the men in your community? You got a gang of men in these communities, a gang of them. Y'all, some of y'all having 3 kids, a couple or more. Well, all them when them kids and men you got running around, tell them go fight for you. Because over here, the new rule is this: reciprocity and FU pay me. That's what we own. The civil rights generation, y'all had a good run with them. They sat up there and did everything for y'all for free. And y'all still didn't like them either. Y'all was still anti-black toward them too. The civil rights generation. They wanted minority coalitions. You didn't want it. They let you slap them on each cheek. You disrespected the civil rights generation. And we seen all that as kids. We seen what y'all did to them. So now we grew up and like, you're not about to disrespect me like you disrespect my grandma and them. That ain't happening. So when it comes to Trump and all of that, not my problem. Not FBA problem. Now, you want to make it FBA problem? Let's have some reciprocity. Let's start pushing for reparations. California, you can still do it. Push for reparations. Latinos in California, get on code and start saying, hey, we need to get FBAs reparations. Not because you care about the FBAs. Let me tell y'all something, you immigrants something. Do things for yourself. Don't do it for us. Listen, we get it. You want to get something out of us? That's fine. Support reparations. Vote for it. Push for politicians. They're going to support reparations, cash payment reparations. Keep your mouth out of it because it's not your business other than support. And then we see that. We say, okay, man, the Asians, the Latinos, and whoever else, they supporting reparations. So now when you get in trouble, then we say, hey, man, we got to assist the Latinos, the Asians, whatever, because they was on our side getting us our checks. You didn't do it for us. You did it for you. That's fine. That's okay. That's what actually relationships supposed to be about, give and take. You do something that's going to benefit you and the other person, and then it goes the other way. But you can't say, well, why don't y'all just come support us now, and then we'll support reparations. No. We've been there, done that too many times, and we get burned every time. And on top of that, not that we did it so many times, y'all have the nerve to go join anti-black racists who are white against us after we did all this stuff for you. And what have we done for you? All the laws that we fought for? That's what we done for you. Because prior to us fighting for those laws, them good folks that you love so much, that you want to better the race with, they want your behind here. They only want Europeans here from Europe. That's it. They want you here. Now, let's continue real quick and finish this off.
You think these white people are gonna look at you and be like, oh, he's not Haitian, he's a foundational Black American? No!
White people can tell the difference. Y'all remember when Trump had said about the Haitians, the dogs and the cats? But you remember they had went to a city council and the white man went up there and said, no, he said, these Haitians, I want the Black Americans around. I don't want them. And he was specifically making a difference, and he knew the difference between the Haitian and the Black American. Listen, white people been here long enough to know the difference. They know. Don't think they don't know the difference. Listen, they obsessed with black people. They know the differences way more than you think they know. They're obsessed with how we walk, how we talk, how we style our hair, what we eat, what we don't eat, how we bathe, how we do anything we do, right? They're obsessed with our good. They're obsessed with our bad. They're obsessed with everything with black people. So you think they don't know the difference? Now, that's a lie. They do know the difference with black folks because they study us 24/7. How do you not know the difference? I know the difference with them.
They're gonna see your black ass and take your ass to a prison and then deport your dumb ass.
Okay, they've been taking us to prison. What else is new? It's like the crack era, right? Let me go ahead and play that. Let me play that video again. This is what they did to black people. Let me play that video one more time. Hold on, wrong one. That map is actually where all the black people stay in the United States of America. You wonder what that map was. That's where all the FBAs is at. We're not on the West Coast like that. That's why we don't have the numbers. If you start more so, go right there on Southeast Texas and all the way up, that's really where we were originally at in our ancestral homeland, right? So black folks are not really all over the United States like that. That's why I say our power base is the South. Everywhere else is spread too thin. All right, just to let y'all know what that was right there. Now let's play that video one more time, sir. And this is a reality. This is what these politicians did to black people. Let's play it again.
Y'all know how like Cubans think they're...
Let me get him off the screen. Boom. Right one. Let me play that one more time. Because this is a reality. Politicians talking and laughing at black folks.
Put drugs in the black neighborhoods, let them sell them, then lock them up for years. We make money on both ends. Slavery all over again.
That's right. Yes, that's an AI video, but doggone it, that's right. That's right. That's what they did to black people. They put drugs in our community. They let black folks get to the Freeway Ricky Ross and all them. They let black folks do it. Then after black folks were selling, because of economic deprivation that they created, then they want to lock up black folk and then benefit off of the prison labor and private prisons. This is why they say slavery all over again. They benefit from the selling of the drug because they don't want to traffic it in. They benefit off of incarceration. Always trying to figure out ways to keep black folks enslaved. So you're talking about they're going to lock you up, and they've been locking black people up for nothing. At least ICE isn't doing what they have done to us. They not. I've seen a single video of an ICE agent shooting you 17 times in the back when you're running away. I haven't seen that video, but I've seen those videos of FBAs die like that. I haven't seen no ICE agents put their knee on your neck. I haven't seen no ICE agents choke you out like Eric Garner. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen none of your kids get shot by ICE agents like Tamir Rice. I haven't seen that. So what are y'all talking about? The ICE agents actually been pretty decent with y'all. Yeah, they've been breaking your window and pulling you out of the car. You know how often that's happened to black people? Exercising their constitutional rights. So that we don't want to hear that crap. We don't want to hear that at all about ICE and all that. No. But all this, y'all, they gonna get y'all too. It's not gonna stop them from getting y'all. So what's the point of saying it? What's the point? No, the point is to get us out there to fight your battles because you're being a coward. Stop being a coward. You got all these men running around these communities. A lot of these men you got running around here being in gangs, terrorizing your own communities. You got men in your community, immigrant men who have formed gangs, and they're terrorizing their own communities. They committing crime against their own communities. If they're so tough guy against their own community, we'll tell them stand up and do something then. So some of y'all drop babies, man, like somebody dropping water. And you mean to tell me none of these men could go out there and defend their children? Oh, they trying to put their kids, lock your kids up. Where's the men defending them? You say you're so much better than FBA men. Where your men at? The only thing you try, y'all lazy. Even if FBAs were lazy, what the hell that got to do with you? That means there's more jobs for you, right? So clearly, like I told y'all before, I love lazy people. I love them. I really love lazy men. Because that's men I don't have to compete with. That'd make it easy, give me a better lane when lazy men. I hope everybody I come across is lazy. Why do I care about another man being lazy? You lazy. Okay, if I was hard working, how would you benefit from it? It's like sometimes you got to ask people that question. But when people really don't have much of common sense or much of education, they just say stupidity. Listen, you repeating what the folks say, that is not the worst people to repeat. Because you know good and well they ain't got no common sense. I just seen a video the other day. And we actually covered this on the app. Dude got charged with 152 counts of incest. And that's not really the only guy either. This is repeated in their community. That's the people that you're going to go listen to, that crowd. You can't even go listen to the smart ones in their group. You're going to go listen to those idiots and repeat what they say. And that's a group of people that you want to get next to. You're just mad that they turned against your behind. See, at first, they'll tell you, oh, you better than them FBAs. Oh, y'all so much better. And you believed it. And the whole time, FBA's like, bro, they don't like you like that, bro. Like they don't. They running game on you. Listen, they ran game on us first. We already clocked they mess already. We already know. They not like, oh, no. We better. We work hard. That's what they told you? That you work hard? Why? Because you getting paid 10 cents on the dollar? Yeah, I'll tell you that too if I want to get 10 cents on the dollar from you. You all such hard working. Oh, you hard working. Oh, you hard working. And who is that hard work benefiting? It's benefiting you. Listen, it's benefiting you, then it's all good. Work hard. But if it's benefiting a corporation who's not paying you even your worth, but then you can walk around here and say, I'm doing better than FBAs. How? I got a house. I got a car. I got this. And FBA's been having that ever since we can remember. We do so much better than FBAs. Where's your historically Hispanic, Asian, Arab college and university? Where's that at? Y'all don't have no institutions, but you so much better? That's why I always tell people, like, how are you better? Because you got a car or a house or a business? FBA's been having that. Like, what? You got a degree? Ooh, you showed you could take a test. FBA's been doing that way before you got here, bruh. How are you doing better? Now, I know you are doing better than what you were in your homeland. I admit that. You are, okay? And I'm proud of you for doing better than what you were doing in your homeland. But don't stay in your immigrant lane with that. Don't step into FBA, because what inventions that you have done, like what innovations you've done in America that we'll point back to. You have no college system that you created. The Asians trying to fight to get in the white folks system and trying to keep black folks out. They should. Why don't they create their own historically Asian college and university? They got the money. Why don't they create it? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, listen, don't let these people come and tell you they doing better and they don't even have no colleges that they created. They going to our colleges. They coming from their country to go to our colleges, and they'll sit up there and say they doing better. No, you're not. Always break them down when they tell you they doing better. And ask me, how? How are you doing better? I really would like to know. Yeah, yes, Keisha, I've said that too. We was hard working when we were working for free. Exactly. When we had the attitude, if you pay me, that's when we became lazy. Now, where's the love say we've been in this nation for centuries, yet they going to tell us about how to survive in this nation when they fled their homelands? Really? Yeah. But I just have an issue with that. We immigrants do better. How? Well, the Indians, they come, they have a higher median income than FBAs. I know personally how those people live. They live several people in the house, the mama, the daddy, the grandma, the other families. And then they bring over the Indians who are the higher educated ones. They don't bring over all the ones that live in India that's out there just hanging out all day. So if we take 1,000 FBAs, our best and brightest FBAs, and we take all those FBA families, 1,000 of them, and put them in one country, let's say we put them all in Jamaica, those FBAs are going to do probably much better than the average Jamaican, because that's our best and brightest FBAs, right? And even when they say they're doing better, how are you doing better? Once again, even the East Indians don't have a college system they created. They may make some monies here and there, and they may work in Silicon Valley, some of them, or whatever. They can work in a job that they can be fired, a lot of them. And they can be deported. So you can build all this this castle, and then tomorrow you can be deported. Yeah, they go. Yeah, that's right. They go to our universities, but want to tell us they doing better. You ain't listen. If you're doing better, man, show me the pictures of your stuff in your homeland, and then I'll be like, okay, yeah. And even if you are doing better, whoop-de-doo. How does that benefit me and you? That's just foolish pride talking. Well, I'm doing better. What, you want a prize? You want a Labubu? Do you want FBAs to go buy you a Labubu? You doing better? Oh, okay. What edition of Labubu do you like, sir? Because you're doing so much better than FBAs. You want a Labubu? Maybe FBAs need to buy them some Labubus and say, here's your prize. You're doing better. And speaking about HBCUs, FBAs, we got to return wholeheartedly to the HBCUs, get the boule class out of leadership, and have the grassroots who are serious about our education of our children in there and make the HBCUs great again. Because a lot of these boule members, the federal government has given a lot of money to HBCUs. There's no excuse for some of these HBCUs to be operating the way some of them are operating when the federal government has been giving so much money to it. Because if I had to be the president, I would tell all of them, I want a forensic audit of every HBCU. I want to know where all that money went. And if something is funny with the money and it was federal dollars, charges coming on people because you took federal dollars that supposed to go to the students. They're supposed to go to those students. You keep coming over here asking for money, but yet students are complaining online about certain facilities and the money was there to fix it. These HBCUs need to be held severely accountable. I'm talking about the ones who've been doing some funny business. You say our black athletes need to come back and get themselves out of the HBCU. Well, the problem is Deion Sanders exposed that. The problem is the leadership. That's what it is. It's the leadership. The leadership in some, I didn't say all, some of these HBCUs is horrible. And a lot of them is attached to the boule, and they just need to go. That's just really what it is. They need to go. Well, you know, those instructors you're talking about, the white instructors and all of that. That's not even that could be they brought in by the boule. Let me tell you something. In the United States, you can't discriminate in hiring. But one thing I know about the folks, when something is too black, they kind of stay away from it if it's too black. Or if the folks are working there and it's too black, then they're the right kind of folks, right? They'd be the ones. Listen. Bring me the white lady or white guy that go in on their own people. I work with them all day long. They call out their people every day, all day. I work with them. I'm good with them. But the ones that just keeping quiet about what the system and what they do and their privilege, All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. That's important. Make sure you click the like button. That's free. All that's free, what I just said, because I know y'all ghost watching. Come on back over here. Make sure you watch all the content here, whether it's from Demetra or Sister One Gail, or Effie, or Lenient, Naledi, like everybody that's here, check out their content as well. Emma, make sure you check out all their content and, go to AfroWire AI, here 8 p.m. Central Standard Time is about to come up here in a few minutes, and go check out what LaSherica got going on tonight. LaSherica gonna be cooking too. About something. So I want y'all to pay attention to it. She's going to kind of almost follow the theme I'm going on about the immigrants. So you want to go check that out. So thank y'all for listening.